Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling. I should see what's going on on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today, where we'll be relaxing as per usual. Yeah, I forgot. I genuinely just I was about to speak and I just went. My brain just went kaput. Yeah, I'm just recording some Animal Crossing. I've recorded some Paradise Killer, and then I'm going to record some Talos Principle, and then I'm probably just going to go play a load of League of Legends. You might be like, League of Legends, Dear Darling? You haven't played some League of Legends for ages. Well, honestly, I think I said this last week maybe, but I was like, I had a real craving to play some League of Legends or ARAMs or something like that. Well, we'll get onto this in a second. Hello everyone, right now in Fawnhallow it's 2:33 PM on Sunday, March 3rd, 2024. Some ARAMs and that sort of thing, which is more like a casual mode in League of Legends. You just play a random champion. I couldn't really do it most of this week, last weekish, because I was extremely busy, getting obviously social things happening in real life, and then making sure that YouTube stuff happen, as well as the D&D sessions happening. But next week should be a lot more chilled out, and so I just played a lot of ARAMs with some friends yesterday, and it was awesome, honestly. Perhaps more reflective of a company I keep necessarily than the game itself, but I mean it's just a nice time. It sort of scratched that itch, and I was just okay, you know what? Time to get this kindred skin. I mean, it was half and half. I was just I kind of want to get this kindred skin, but also I'm I had to play a lot of League. But it was also kind of coincided quite nicely, because I was you know what, I kind of have a craving for League again. I've not had a craving for Team Fortress 2, of course I always do. Team Fight Tactics again, yeah, but maybe that will at some point. I don't know. I feel I just need a different mode for League of Legends or something, they've got Legends of Runeterra, they need all of these games connected to League of Legends, such that if I can play any of them, it will earn me Battle Pass points. That would be amazing if they had this whole League universe, when Project L, or what was it, 2XKO, whatever it is, comes out, and then I could play that and I get points in League of Legends or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's probably what's going to happen today. I'm actually excited to play Talos Principle. Again, I was playing more of a Talos Principle, not playing more, but when I was playing it the first 2 episodes, I was yeah, I'm this is just how it should be. I'm digging it. It's cool. It's groovy. But yeah, I've also had a bit more time to, I suppose, play my normal games and all gacha games sort of things around now, actually play some of these events. But apart from that, yeah, I don't know. It's been a pretty chill evening. It's evening, it's not evening, it's afternoon. Chill day thus far. What should we talk about though? Hooked on a feeling. I'm not really sure. Nothing particularly comes to mind. But ARAM grind, I suppose. I don't know. I did say if I was to start streaming, maybe one of the games I would stream would be ARAMs, mainly because they're quite sort of relaxed and low key. They're very easy to talk over. It's obviously a thing. I can't play a new game every single time, and the stream, by the nature of streaming, I feel I had to play a game which is a recurring game. So I could have played Binding of Isaac, ARAMs, and I don't know what else. I think I would have a third game I played at the same time. I feel I should just start streaming, even though the YouTube model is not complete. I'll just put an image of D or something in the corner. I can do one of those very cheap puppet-esque models where it sort of just lights up and pops up whenever I make a sound or something. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it all too much. Again, I don't even know when I'd start. It would have to be on Saturdays. I don't even know what timing necessarily on Saturdays, but Saturdays, and it can't be Monday or Wednesdays anymore, so I don't know. There's not enough time in the day for things. So it'd probably be Saturdays, and then it would be one other day. Maybe I'd make it a Tuesday or a Thursday or something. I mean, most of my evenings would be filled, which is good. I like to keep busy and stuff, of course, but actually maybe Thursday makes more sense, huh? I don't really know, but that would be a more inconsistent streaming schedule. Yeah, I really genuinely should get around to it. It's something which I know myself. As soon as I start doing it, I'll be yeah, this is how it should be, and I'll keep that sort of diligent schedule. But when I've not started, I guess it's when I've not started the commitment, it's more it's easier to not have to. I don't know. It's Starting's always the hardest part, but I'm very much someone once it gets started, then it's perfectly easy for me to keep that sort of diligent schedule going. But yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We had so many conversations like that before. Let's go on RSS games. What can we talk about? Summoning Salt. Oh, new Summoning Salt video. History of blindfolded Super Mario 64. That's a pretty cool one. Stardew Valley 1.6. War Tortoise. I don't know what any of these are. Oh, should we see how Team Zero is going on? What are we called? Team 0%. Did they make good progress? I put Tweem. Crazy. 260, what? That's crazy. That's insane. They managed to drop down so many. In 2 days, they're really going at like a pace of like 40 or something a day. That's insane. We've got this nice table here and everything. Of the types of levels they have left. All of the auto-scroll ones done. Super Mario Bros. Redone. Most of them in New Super Mario Bros. U. Chart definitely adds up to more than 300 levels. It's a good point, actually. Is that a typo in this? 190, 217. That's about 290. Oh, it's a comment responding to us. There are 2 categories they're sorted by: style and the theme. It adds up to 600% breakdowns for both. Oh, I see. Gotcha. That's a weird way to arrange a table. I'm not going to lie, from like a data perspective, but you know, I'm not here to judge it necessarily. So if it's actually a 3-dimension, well, actually it's not a 3-dimension. It's actually 2 separate tables. They're just unioned together, I guess. Anyway, they're making amazing progress. How many are impossible because of the updates? 6 that are confirmed impossible have not been taken down yet by Nintendo. Oh, okay. It's crazy. We're actually doing super well. Like, it's actually crazy. 260. So we got to check back in March 7th, and project completion date March 7th. There's no way we're going to do 4. What? 1, 2, 3, 4 more days. At a rate of 40 per day, 160. I got to check back in. Let's see. I rate they're going at like 30 to 40 a day. 8 days. March 11th. I got to check back in and see exactly how well we're doing. What are we going to talk about today? I don't really know. Should we see what's going on in Neopets? I'm sort of on a Neopets kick recently again because of a Neopets that were happening. I think I spoke about it before. So sometimes I like to check in. They have like these daily quests which you can do to like get stuff, which is kind of cool. Like yesterday there was like a plushie Poogle morphing potion, which I don't actually think I finished the quest for, to be honest. I'm not quite committed enough to Neopets yet to do the quests every single day, but you know, I at least collect my interest and slowly accrue that wealth. The rich get richer and all that, banking on like the money I've made before. Tyrannian Pet Paintbrush. I just sort of see how expensive they are and see if it's worth going for. Weekly reward. Pastel Paintbrush. That seems like a pretty good one. Prize history. 1 million Neopoints. That's actually... The inflation. I suppose the Neopets must be crazy right now. 1 million Neopoints. I don't even want the pastel one. But that's pretty good. But you have to do each of these quests daily, do you? I have to groom my Neopet. With any grooming item customized, play a game, spin the wheel. I don't know. Maybe we'll get around to it, maybe we won't. I probably should. Like 1 million Neopoints is nothing to scoff at, of course. I don't know how lucky it is, because it seems like the weekly rewards for Neopet quests are actually like really good or something. I didn't realise they seem to change every single day if you don't do any quests. That's like new tech right there. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about still. Yeah, I don't know, just playing a lot of ARAMs. It was a ridiculous amount of ARAMs. There was like 20 ARAMs or something, which you might be like, that's a lot of games. It is, to be fair. It is a lot. But it's like 5... No, it's probably somewhere between 5 and 6 hours, I think, of gameplay, which is not crazy for a weekend if you spend the game playing. And it's not like we did it all in one go. It was like spread out over like 2-3 different sessions. I don't remember. Have a stretch. But it was fun, to be honest. And it just kind of makes me want to play more, if anything. Until I'm just inevitably like, oh, I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to play with you anymore. And then I guess it won't be, but still. Yeah, I hear like the Battle Pass in League of Legends has also gotten worse and worse, like since I started playing, but whatever. What can you do about it? Well, I guess you can not purchase it, I suppose, to like sign it, but also you have to get like everyone else who ever has played the game to not purchase it as well, which is not exactly how things are going to pan out, I think. Yeah, what am I even talking about? What am I talking about? Nothing. It's absolute nonsense. So like daily quests, weekly quests. I mean, should we do these Neopets weekly quests? I think a pastel paintbrush is definitely enough to get excited over. The thing is, like, these dailies are meant to keep you coming back, I suppose, like every single day, right? Such that you can actually consistently, you know, log into their game. It feels like long enough since Neopets have actually like implemented something like that. They definitely should have, like, ages ago. Do we have enough coconuts? We do have enough coconuts. That's how you sort of get people back in. Like, Neopets is very much a sort of like daily visiting game. They already had like Neopets daily, so the fact that they have these quest systems feels like it's like long overdue. In fact, they don't have like a premium battle pass. Is even well, I guess they got like a premium membership, which gives you like fairy cookies or something. I don't really know. I don't know what skipping a quest does, but okay, let's go purchase an item from any store. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I guess we'll purchase something from the beauticians because we need to groom one of our pets. I don't remember where the grooming parlor is, I guess. This is new. I don't remember this. I guess we'll buy a blue floss pick because it's cheap. I forgot you can haggle in Neopets as well. That's so strange. What a strange game Neopets is, you know? Daily quest missions. Are you for or against daily quest missions? I think on the whole, you know, I think it's very fair to be against them because they, like, there's this sort of, like, unwanted pressure to log into something every single day, to activate it, to do it, to fulfill these sort of things. So if you are against them, I'm 100% with you. I understand that entirely because it doesn't fit most people's modus operandi. Most people want to play a game when they want to play a game. They don't really want to have like, oh, I don't want it as a strict sort of like schedule. I need to play it now sort of thing. But I'm one of those weird people where it actually like is the best option for me. I'll get it down to 300 Neo points. Why am I being so cheap on a pick? I don't know. I'm one of those weird people where it's like, oh yeah, having a daily quest system actually works perfectly for me because most of the time when I play games, I don't want to play like a huge amount in one sitting. I mean, like yesterday is quite the exception, I suppose. As you probably know from like the amount of times I say things, I'm not really someone who binges something. I like to do something little and often. If I watch a TV series, I'll watch like 1 or 2 episodes over the entire time span. I'm not going to watch them all at once. That's just not how I roll, really. So having a daily quest system is actually just like perfect for me. It just like fits me so well. It's exactly what I want to do. So I'm in the weird sort of camp where it's just like, I totally get it. If you hate the daily quest system, like you much prefer like a weekly thing, or you like not a quest system at all and they just reward you for progressing within the game, I totally understand you. But at the same time, it's a bit weird because I'm just like, this is exactly how I play. So apparently I have a strawberry techo morphing potion in my inventory. That must be... How much does this cost? It only costs 22,000. That's like nothing. 1,000. It's so cheap. Okay, let's groom one of my pets. Who should I groom? I can't remember who any of these pets are off their names. No, I do. Hold on. You're that. Who are you? You're that. You must be that one. This is fun. You are really great. Ah, thank you. I should probably put my pets in the place as well. Okay, claim reward. So we can actually eat food. Spin a wheel of knowledge in Brightvale. Okay. I vaguely remember this. Play a game or classic game in the game room and customize one of your pets. That is all very easy stuff to do. Yeah, like, actually, speaking of this, like, Honkai Star Rail has recently... It hasn't completely moved to a daily system because apparently there was, like, laws in China which were at risk of being passed, but, like, not really at risk of being passed, which people were just like, oh, this might happen, so, oh, mute that so you don't hear it spinning. Where basically like having a system where it's like you had to log in every single day is like being outlawed or something in these games. Type Catapult while playing Ultimate Bullseye 2 to receive a power-up. Okay, so we need to play a game. There's some games which are just like easy money, aren't they? Like you just like literally click on them and it just... You get money. Hold on. I think I still have it. Yeah, Neopets Dailies. Let's just play one of those games. I'm not going to play a game where I actually need to play a game, you know. Fashion Fever. That's the one I was thinking of. If it still exists. Play. Yeah, it's the sort of thing where like playing daily was like not something that you could do anymore. End game. Send score. Done. 300 engineer points. So they started like changing the system for the battle pass to make it that it was like a weekly based thing rather than daily, which seems like honestly like a really good idea, to be perfectly honest. I don't really see any faults with that. It feels like it's like kind of to the benefit of, well, everyone, but again, it's not like how do I customize my pet? It's not something which is like very frequent, I would say. I've not seen it all that often, which is a bit of a shame. Like it's a cool thing to have. I think the option to not have to play daily every single time. Possessed eyes. I have so many like random customization things now, which I should, I guess, use. Calla Lily's bouquet. No, I kind of like you with a paper one. Oh no, I don't know. Calla Lily's is kind of cool. Fallen meteor, handful of asparagus, wild snowdrops foreground. I like this idea of like I. It's maybe weird, but like I made all my pets like after the concept of like the 7 deadly sins, which probably seems a bit strange for Neopets, which is meant to be such a nice thing. It's meant to be like so sweet and stuff like that. So I don't really know why I've done this, but also, where have the flowers gone? I have no idea where I just put them. Where have they gone? Lilies. Okay, you can hold a bouquet. There we go. I haven't updated your customization for a while, so there you go. I don't know. I guess the justification of that is just like it's a cool sort of dichotomy between the two. So does that count as me doing my weekly reward? It does count as me. Okay, nice. It's an interesting dichotomy between the two. I think of it, which is probably why I've done it. I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I've not really given it all that much thought. Okay, deposit all of these. But yeah, the daily quest system just sort of like works really well for me, to be perfectly honest. Like, it's weird that Animal Crossing has it in such a inconsequential game, I think, in the first place. But it's a very common tactic you see in like all these sort of catch games and all these like, well, all these games which are like games as a service, right? Because they kind of want to draw you back in. They're like, hey, we want you to play every single day. We're going to give you a reason to check in, which I understand for most people is that sort of like added pressure to be like, oh, I have to like play this game today, otherwise I won't do X, Y, Z. But I guess for me, because of the way I tend to play things, tend to be like little and often and quite diligently every day rather than like big spurts of it at once. In fact, I get kind of like exhausted playing the same game for a long time, I think, all at once. Sometimes. It kind of depends on the situation. You might be like, what about all the ARAMs you played yesterday? But I was like, that's kind of more like hanging out with friends more than it was actually playing the game. I'm going to be perfectly honest. But it's sort of like two birds, one stone. It just ends up like being how I like to play, but I understand not everyone's like that, and I think it's much better to have the choice, I suppose, rather than like someone like that. Like, so you can have like a weekly thing where, oh, if you play a little bit every single day, you do it, or you could play like all at once every weekend, and then you also get like all the benefits and rewards. The inconsistency, I suppose. Well, not the inconsistencies. It's more like it's a shame that there is no choice, I suppose, at this point. But you know, at the end of the day, I guess these games of service are still operating as a business, so they still need to employ tactics to try and get people to spend money or to get them engaged with the system, right? There's sort of like not many two ways about it with the current society we live in, you know. Not as in a way that's just like screw capitalism, yet you engage with it sort of thing. It's just like observational, if anything. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this episode up here. I'm going to play some Talos Principle. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling, and likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope you see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now. What if I had like a daily quest for like Dear Darling? Like, watch some minutes of a Dear Darling video every single day. Why would I do that? I have no idea. No benefit to me whatsoever.